There is new information tonight on one of Portland's most recent homicides. Police today released the names of the two men killed at the Acropolis Club off Southeast McLaughlin. They were Adam Arrambide and Billy Peters. Both were shot Saturday night. We talked today to a close friend of Peters. She says he leaves behind a young daughter.
He bragged about his friends. He was the best person, the most amazing human being in the whole wide world.
Neither friends nor police are releasing any info right now of what led up to the shooting. There have now been at least 13 shooting deaths in Portland just this year, and more than 170 shootings reported.